Chris Wilson, the legendary co-creator of Path of Exile, has officially returned to the spotlight, and this time, it's with a brand new studio and a very mysterious game. Now, one of my absolute favorite creators, Darth Microtransaction, did a video on this. I saw it on my timeline. I didn't actually get to watch that video as of yet, but I saw what he was talking about, and it sparked my creative flowing brain into doing more research myself, because I absolutely love Darth. I love everything that he does. And of course, I knew a little bit about this, but I did not actually see this entire over an hour long interview that I am so happy that I found and got to watch. After stepping down from his role as managing director of Grinding Gear Games in early 2025, so early this year, many of us were left wondering what was next for this man, Chris Wilson, who ended up, shaping one of the most beloved ARPGs of all time, which of course is Path of Exile. In this recent YouTube interview celebrating Diablo II's 25th anniversary, Chris sat down with none other than David Brevik, who is the original creator of Diablo. It was already a cool crossover moment for fans like me of the genre, but about 15 minutes into the conversation, Chris revealed something massive that I didn't see coming. He casually just revealed that he's founded a new studio called Light Pattern, and even more exciting, he confirmed that they are working on a new game. Now, he refuses to touch more on the subject. He definitely specified that they're not releasing any more details currently, and that this project and details about it is years away. But he did explain that after stepping back from his CEO responsibilities, he just found himself wanting to get creative again.
So I spent a year doing that after GGG, and it was relaxing, but I kind of had the itch that I wanted to be creative again. And I wanted to be creative in a way that didn't involve being a CEO of a 200-person company. Like it's a fulfilling job that I felt I did a good job at, but it wasn't really what I was born to do. And so I realized that the most fun I had making Path of Exile was just like jamming in my garage with Jonathan and Eric in the early days, like a really small team, just trying to come up with something where, there was just a lot of creativity happening and I was getting to write code and all that kind of stuff. So I recently started a really small studio with some friends. It's called Light Pattern, and we're working on a small project that I don't intend to talk about, potentially for a number of years. I guess my only clue is it's somewhat telling, I guess, that we're talking about that today.
In his own words, he said he wanted to be creative in a way that didn't involve being a CEO of a 200-person company. So now with a smaller, more focused team, he's able to dive back in and be hands-on with game development, which I fully understand as, not as a game developer myself, but I fully understand in general. Sometimes you just want to kind of sit back and actually develop the games. And that's, when you have a team of 200 or more, you're kind of the manager, right? You're not really doing what you loved and what you started doing all those years ago. So this makes a lot of sense. And as for what Light Pattern's first game will be, there's only speculation, but there were hour-long hints of what this new game might be. And through some research, there is actually a job listing for the studio that mentions they are looking for developers who have a deep understanding of Diablo II, not just mechanically, but artistically and tonally, the world building. They want someone that has a deep knowledge of Diablo II. So that suggests that whatever they're building, it's likely going to be steeped in that classic ARPG vibe with dark, moody, rich atmosphere. And honestly, I'm thrilled to see what comes out of this. I know that a lot of people in the ARPG genre are very excited about what's to come from Chris Wilson, of course, with him being an absolute legend in this space. ARPGs aren't dying, right? We had some issues here, right, with Diablo IV. I just made a video on that as well. But we had a few issues, with Diablo IV and it being a bit of a letdown. But Path of Exile, last epoch, Path of Exile 2 in the next couple of years, right? The genre is just getting better and better and better. And this right here was a massive bomb to drop on the ARPG fan community and, people like me who live and die by the ARPG. So this was huge. The fact that Chris chose this specific moment, so Diablo 2's 25th anniversary, right? Their 25-year anniversary. To make this announcement almost feels intentional. It's like a full circle moment, right? From being inspired by Diablo to leading Path of Exile, and now starting fresh with a new studio while sitting across from one of his personal heroes and mine as well. Both of these men are huge to me. This is more than just a new game, and this feels like this is going to be a creative rebirth for something that we love in the ARPG genre, right? We loved, at least me and a lot of my, friend group and the community loved Diablo 2. And when I say Diablo 2, I mean Diablo 2 Classic. That old school feel with that power. This is an exciting moment in time. And so what does the future hold for Chris Wilson and Light Pattern? Will this be the next great ARPG, or will it push the genre in an entirely new direction that we might not be expecting? Obviously, only time will tell, but I know one thing's for sure. This chapter has the potential to be as exciting, if not more exciting, than anything he's ever done before, because again, he is just an absolute legend, and I can't wait to see what he's working on. But let me know what you think Light Pattern could be working on in the comments, and if you're as hyped as I am. As always, if you like the video, then like the video. And if you like my content in general, then please subscribe to my channel, because it means the absolute world to me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!